Gabriel, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce from Madurai Suhasinadas Pioneer Meenakshi Women's College, Guwahati. This video we have discussed about the costing. Costing is in our day-to-day life, we often come across the concept of cost. We know that there is nothing free in the market. To define cost in the real terms, we have to go through a complex process of understanding. This is so because there are many types of cost, and knowing them is often an ardent task for the people to incur them. This video we have discussed about the following contents like a cost accounting, importance of cost accounting, objectives of cost accounting, limitations of cost accounting, and the essential features of a good cost accounting system, and the installation methods of your costing system, and the components of your cost, and what are the difficulties in the costing system. Finally, the classifications of costing. Cost accounting. Cost accounting is required for expenditure need to create and sell of goods and services. Sometimes the cost is also defined as the expenditure acquired to own assets. Cost is charged to expense when it's sold or consumed. This change to expense may get significantly deferred in case of an asset. Then cost accounting is accounting for cost aimed at providing the cost data, statements and reports for the purpose of managerial decision making. Cost accounting is the application of costing and cost accounting principles and methods, techniques to the science and the practice of cost control and ascertainment of profitability. The term cost accounting implies the total of all expenditure involved in the process of production, as it is on the integral part of the accounting world. Knowing cost accounting is not only important for examinations but also for the practical purpose as well as. Then the term costing and cost accounting are many times are interchangeably. However, the scope of cost accounting is broader than that of the cost, which merely focus on cost ascertainment. Some terms to be used in the cost accounting is like the cost bookkeeping, cost system, cost analysis, and cost comparisons and cost control. First one is the cost bookkeeping. It involves the maintainable complete record of all costs to incurred from their incurrences to their charge to the departments, products and services. Cost system is the procedure devised for the proper accounting for cost. Then cost analysis is the investigations into the cost of actual cost varying from planned cost and fixations of the responsibility of cost centers. Next one is the cost comparison. It's the cost accounting includes the comparison between the cost from the alternative technologies, cost of the different product and activities, and the cost of same product or service over a period of time. Then cost control is the important function in the cost accounting. The cost information of exercising control. It is involving the examination of each cost in the highlight benefit from the incurred of the cost. Cost accounting is the systemized approach of recording and reporting cost measurement in the process of manufacturing goods and performing services in the aggregate and in-depth. It includes a system for recognizing, classifying, allocating, aggregating and reporting the cost and then comparing them with the standard cost. It is done to provide the management with the end results of the cost involved in the business. Likewise, the management will be able to analyze on how to optimize the business practices and processes to achieve optimum cost efficiently and capability. Through the cost accounting, business are able to understand the detailed cost information with which they can control current operations and prepare for the future. Then next we have discussed about what are the importance of cost accounting. Helps during the trade depressions and the trade competitions. Cost accounting facilitates the producer in price fixation apart from the demand and the supply and other activities in the business concern. The next cost accounting records provide a reliable groundwork for estimates and tenders. Then The assist in the challenging the production on the right lines by the bureaucratic, the profitable and the non-profitable activities in the concern. Proper maintenance and cost records and also help in eliminating the wastage of every stage of production. Then costing enables easy comparison for different periods in the various volume of productions. Cost accounting is the importance in the helps in reducing cost in the long term run, and the alternatives are easily available. Then the next we have discussed about the objectives of cost accounting. The main objectives of cost accounting is to document and analyze the ways in which your business spends its resources, mainly cash. It is a significant process for your purpose as well as the information derived from cost accounting is also valuable for the internal company operations, making strategic decisions and analyzing the trends. The major objectives of the costing system is ascertaining cost, determining the selling price, measuring and increasing efficiency, cost management, determining profits and cost control and cost reduction. First one is the ascertaining the cost. It is the main objective of cost accounting to know the cost of the product, process or service rendered by the company to be determined. Then second one is the determining the selling price. As a business aim to derive the maximum profit from their activities, it is necessary that they earn the revenues the greater than the cost. Hence, cost accounting provides insights regarding the cost to produce and sell such products and services. The next objective is the measuring and increasing efficiency. Cost accounting involves the study of various activities undertaken in manufacturing a product or providing a services. Hence, the analysis enables the accounting department to measure the efficiency of the organization as a whole as well as the firm basis of the increases. The next objective is the cost management. It is one of the foremost objective of maintaining cost accounts. It includes the manager activities in both short-term and long-term planning and cost controlling. Cost management also includes both cost control and cost reductions and together. The next, determining of profit. Every concern is the main objective is to earn profit. Then objectives of the every cost accounting also assist the determining of profit of each and every business activity. It produces statements in between the intervals which are being used by the management to determine the profitability of the business. Cost accounting helps to understand daily, weekly, monthly quantities of the units produced and accumulated cost which appropriate analysis. The last objective of the cost accounting is the cost control and cost reduction. Maintaining the cost records help in the cost control and cost reduction of business expenses, thereby increasing cost records help the cost reduction, the business efficiency and profitability. Cost control is an important factor in growing and maintaining business profitability, and it only comes with the cost accounting. This is the objectives of cost accounting. Next, we have discussed about what are the limitations, drawbacks, disadvantages of the cost accounting. Is the cost account to be prepared in the cost record in the big concern. So many limitations to be obtained in the small concerns. The reports in different depths, detailed and form. Even assumptions made recording tag uniformity, uniformity. Different organization various costs differ. There is then arbitrage on appointment of overheads, allocation controllable and non-controllable determination of joint cost. Division of costs between the overhead and absorption rates. The cost accounting are prepared in addition to financial accounts. There are number of costs, example notional cost, decision making cost, which do not appear in the financial statements. This necessitates recognition from financial profit and cost profit. Cost accounting is only one of the means achieving cost control, efficiency improvement and motivation. It does not by itself achieve these objectives. Then the cost accounting has only a limited use in the projection projecting future cost. It needs to be supplemented by various statistical tools. So these are the some limitations or disadvantages in the cost accounting. The next topic is the very important in the cost accounting, essential features of a good cost accounting system. To be a successful good cost accounting system should possess the following essential features. Simple and easy to operate. The costing system is the tailor-made, practical, simple, capable of meeting requirement in your concerns. The data was used in the very accuracy. Otherwise the distorted output of the system. So the data is also the relevant in the use of the manager for decision making in the management. It should not sacrifice the utility of the introducing material and unnecessary details. The next one is the management's roles. The management aims to achieving goal in the organization. To faith in the costing system should also provide a helping hand for its development and success, and also to achieving the goal in the concern. Participative role of executives, necessary operation and participation of executives from various departments like production department, sales department, finance department, human resource department for developing good system of cost accounting. And cost effective, the installation of operation costing system justify the result of the costing in the concern. For example, in the company we have how many items to be produced, what are the price to be fixed. It is useful to preparing the cost sheet, exceeding the amount spent on it. Smooth implementation. This system is very effectively implemented. A carefully phased program should be prepared by using the network, analyzing and introductions of the system. So this is the essential for the good costing system. Next we have discussed about the installation of a costing system. A cost accounting system is a set of plans, programs, procedures and documentation designed and accumulated cost, assign them to products, processes and jobs, and report cost information to management at all levels. It assists the management in planning, control, performance appraisal, analysis of product and profitability, and optimum utilization of physical and financial resources for achieving organizational objectives. The following design in suit specific needs. The system should be designed as serve as the specific needs of the organization. In depth of the production examination of production in sales. Before installing the system, the costing system to be used in the technology, products and process and technologies, plan, layout, nature or material used, so that the cost encoding system is turned the requirement of the business. Cost benefit analysis. The benefit from a proposed cost accounting system should far exceed the cost involved. The best system, the cost benefit become the useless. The location and cost office costing department contains the basic data mainly from accounts department. Most of the data is related to the production activity. Codification. All costs relating to all products of all departments should preferably the coded. This will increase the speed in handling and processing of cost. Codification also facilitates computerization of costing system. Continuous, the last installation is the continuous monitoring. Operations of cost accounting system should be continually monitored so that deficiency do not creep in. Methodical work is not replaced by shortcuts and the system is always keep up to date. So these are the some steps to be installation of costing system in the concern. Next, we have faced some problems to installing the costing system. So the difficulties to be is the lack of enthusiasm and support from the top management because they are not fully convinced about the benefits from such system. Resistance from production, staff and people are different levels in the other departments because they are fear getting the subject to additional controls. Resistance from accounting staff as they believe that their work would increase. So shortage of the trained and the well qualified staff, high cost of installation and failing to keep the system updated. So these are the some difficulties to in the installation of a costing system. Next, we have discussed about the components of the casting system. What is the component? There are three elements in the casting system, like a material, labor and overhead. Now let's understand the main components. This material, the material is nothing but the substance that primarily helps in the process of production. It may be in the raw or manufactured. Materials are two types, that is the direct material and indirect material. Then the category is also defined is the inventories as raw material, work in progress and finished goods. The process is going on is like a work in progress. The direct materials means are supplied, consumed directly during the manufacture of the product, but the indirect materials cannot be conveniently assigned at the time of physical units. Examples, the direct material examples: steel, corn, crane, lumber, plastic, natural gas, gold, minerals, oils, etc. These are the some examples in direct material. Then consumable stores, printing and stationery, and oil and waste. These are the some indirect material in the concern. The next one is the labor. Labor is the second most important component of the cost after the material. Labor in the form of human labor is required to produce the finished goods for the purpose of earning profit. The human efforts that are consumed in the production of goods is called as the labor. The labor is also classified into the direct labor and indirect labor. It is then actively and directly taking part in the production of a particular commodity. Direct labor costs are specifically traceable in the production of specific products. It is also called as the process labor, productive labor, operating labor, direct wages and manufacturing labor. Then indirect labor is the one employed consumed indirectly for the purpose of carrying out tasks involved in the production of goods and services. It cannot be specifically traced to a particular unit of output. Wages of stores such as the keepers, timekeepers, salaries to salesmen, then directors' fees. These are the some examples in the indirect labor. The next one is the expenses, that is the overhead. Expenses are the third category of the important components of the cost. Some of the most expenses of the process of production of work overhead, including factories of administrative overhead, sales overhead, including production, maintenance, advertising, cost of money, exhibitions, distribution overheads, maintenance and repair, including office equipment, factory machinery, supplies, utilities, gas, sewer, water, electricity, other variable cost. These are the some expenses. The expenses also classified into direct expenses and indirect expenses. They are directly, wholly and conveniently allocated to the specific cost unit and cost centers. The example, hire of special machinery for a particular contract, cost of defective work. These are the direct expenses. They are not directly, wholly and conveniently allocated to cost units and cost centers. This is the indirect expenses. For example, accounting and audit fees, business permit rent, utilities, telephone expenses. These are the indirect expenses. These are the main components of cost accounting system. Then next we have discussed the final chapter is the classifications of cost. The main topic, the classifications of cost, the basis of classified in the cost by nature, by degree of traceability of product, by controllability, by relationship with accounting period, by association with the product, by functions, by change in activity or volume. These bases are the classifications of cost. First we have discussed the by nature. By nature, in this type of material, labor and overheads are the three costs, which can be further subdivided into raw material, consumable, packing material and spare parts, etc. By degree of traceability of the product, direct and indirect expenses are the main cost of commander. Direct expenses may directly attribute to a particular product, leather in the shoe manufacturing is a direct expenses, and salaries, rent, building, etc. come under the indirect expenses. By controllability, the controllability or cost may be classified into two types, controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable, these are the conducted by the management like material, labor and direct expenses. Uncontrollable, they are not influenced by management or any group of people. They include rent of building, salary and other indirect expenses. By a relationship with accounting period, there are two categories: product cost and time period based cost. Product cost is the identifiable in any product. It is include direct material, direct labor and direct overheads up to sale. These products are show and valued inventory and they part of the cost. Then next is the time period based cost. Selling expenditure and administrative expenditure, both are time and period expenditure. By functions under the category production cost and commercial cost. Production cost represents the total manufacturing or production cost. Commercial cost includes the operational expenses of the business and may be subdivided into the administrative cost. And the last category is the by change in activity volume, the cost classified into the major cost is the variable cost and fixed cost. Fixed cost is mainly relates to the time or period. It remains unchanged irrespective of volume of production like factory, rent, insurance, etc. The cost per unit fluctuate according to the production. The cost per unit decreases if production increases and the cost per unit increases if the production decreases. Then variable cost is directly associated with the unit. It increases or decreases according to the volume of production. Direct material and direct labor are the most common examples of variable cost. And the semi-variable cost, a specific portion of this cost remains fixed and the balance portion is the variable depending on their use. So these are the classifications of cost. So this session we have discussed about the costing, introductions of costing, objectives, functions and advantages, disadvantages, essential of a good costing system and the classification components of cost. So cost is a topic of major importance in economics because it is an indispensable tool of economy. So all goods and services is an economy have a cost of their own and without concept of cost. It would be impossible for us to exchange of goods and services. The concept of cost is therefore a central idea in economics that help us treat economic progress. It is also important to note that cost also attached value in the items and so we can determine the worth of a goods or services from the cost of the item. The idea of the concept, the cost is the probably as old as economics itself. So it is easily understood that cost is the indispensable concept in the subject of economics. Without cost, no market, no economic system may exist. Therefore, knowing the concept of cost is not only important but also the undeniable for the ultimate knowledge of the economic studies. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much.